do feel confident today, you know? And I think fashion has been a great tool for that.
For over a decade, Zendaya has ruled the red carpet as its undisputed queen. Her rise from Disney kid to a global superstar was not an accident.
Morning, Mom. Hey, I need my permission slip signed for my field trip next week. No slip, no trip, no trip, I flip.
It was the result of a single promise made when she was just 14 years old. What was that promise, and how did 10 specific dresses become the weapons in a silent takeover of Hollywood? The story is more shocking than you can imagine. The early years and the strategy. The plan started back in 2011. Zendaya was just 14, a new star on the Disney Channel. She met a man named Law Roach who owned a vintage clothing store. They made a pinky promise. He promised to use his power to help her grow, and she promised that as she grew, she would bring him along with her. For a few years, they worked quietly, building her style. But in 2015, everything changed. They were about to face their first major battle, a moment that would either break them or give them the key to their entire strategy. The battleground was the 2015 Academy Awards. For her first Oscars, Zendaya wore an elegant ivory-colored gown by Vivienne Westwood. She looked like a goddess. But the dress was not what people talked about. It was her hair. She wore her hair in long, flowing locks. The next day on the TV show Fashion Police, host Juliana Rancic said Zendaya's hair made her look like she smelled of patchouli oil or weed.
Against Juliana and her comments, and one person in particular was Zendaya.
The disrespectful comment could have destroyed a young star's career, but Zendaya fought back. At just 18, she posted a powerful message online, calling the comments ignorant slurs and outrageously offensive. She did not just get angry, she took control of the story. The world listened, and the backlash was huge. In that moment, Zendaya and Law learned that a red carpet look was not just a dress, it could be a weapon. That one moment started a huge conversation about hair discrimination. Law Roach even said that it helped lead to the Crown Act, a real law that protects people from being judged for their natural hair in schools and workplaces. They had survived their first battle, and they came out stronger. Just a few months later, they had to prove it. The next target was the biggest fashion event in the world, the Met Gala. Could a Disney kid who was just attacked on national television really make a mark there? For her very first Met Gala, the theme was China through the looking glass. Zendaya arrived in a stunning dress by Fausto Puglisi. It was a dramatic gown with a short front and a long train covered in embroidered suns. She even wore a sun-themed headband and arm cuffs. This was a declaration, a symbol that a new, unafraid star was rising. Zendaya said she wanted the dress to be mature, but also fresh and fun. This look sent a clear message to Hollywood. The Oscar controversy did not scare them, it had made them more powerful. The art of method dressing. After proving they could not be broken, Zendaya and Law Roach developed a new weapon, method dressing. The secret strategy was simple. Zendaya would not just act in her movies, she would become her movies on the red carpet, using her clothes to tell the film's story before anyone bought a ticket. Their first test of this new strategy came in 2017 for the premiere of The Greatest Showman.
WD, Ann, I want to introduce my newest hire, Mr. Phil Carlisle.
The movie is all about drama and spectacle. So Zendaya arrived in a breathtaking Moschino gown designed to look like a giant butterfly wing. It was a symbol of her own transformation from a TV actress into a true movie star. The dress was a piece of the movie brought to life. Zendaya said that for her and Law, everything is about drama, and that is what the dress was. They were showing the world their new tactic. Their method dressing became more clever and detailed. For a 2021 event for Spider-Man No Way Home, Zendaya wore a sleek black Roberto Cavalli dress. From the front, it looked simple. But when she turned around, the entire back was open, revealing an intricate golden metal spine with reptile heads. This was a direct tribute to the Spider-Man villain Dr. Octopus, who is famous for his mechanical arms. This showed an incredible level of thought. They were embedding secret messages into the fashion. Referencing a villain was clever, but their strategy was about to get far more technical.
Body, so it fits me the right way. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it was very science.
For the 2020 Critics' Choice Awards, Zendaya wore a shocking fuchsia two-piece from Tom Ford. The top was not fabric, it was a hard metallic breastplate molded like armor. But how did it fit so perfectly? Tom Ford's team used a 3D scanner to map Zendaya's entire upper body. Then they created a custom mold made just for her. Zendaya herself said she wanted it to be her boobs and no one else's. This was custom-built armor, a statement of power that proved they were on a whole new level. The technology would only get more intense.
So we went outside and she molded my body.
For the 2021 premiere of the science fiction movie Dune, Zendaya needed a look from another planet. She wore a custom Balmain gown that looked like it was dripping wet, clinging to her like a second skin. But the dress was completely dry. It was made of leather. To create this impossible look, designers made a full plaster cast of Zendaya's body from a 3D mold. Then they sculpted pieces of leather onto the cast, creating folds that looked like wet fabric. The sandy-colored leather was chosen to perfectly match the desert planet of Arrakis from the movie. She was wearing the movie's landscape on her body. They had used technology to create custom armor and sculpted leather to become a living landscape, but for the world premiere of Dune Part 2 in 2024, they would do the unthinkable. They would unleash a piece of fashion history so rare it had barely been seen in 30 years. Zendaya walked the red carpet in a full robot suit. It was an archival piece from Thierry Mugler's 1995 collection, a true holy grail of fashion. It was a complete cyborg body made of metal and clear plastic panels. This was the real museum piece, something almost no one is ever allowed to wear. But wearing it came at a price. Zendaya later said that after wearing the suit for less than 10 minutes, the metal got so hot it trapped all her body heat. She became lightheaded and could barely stand. She suffered for the art, the ultimate act of commitment, proving she was a true fashion icon willing to take any risk. The Met Gala Monarch. The final kingdom for any fashion icon is to conquer the Met Gala. It's the one night where you either become royalty or you're forgotten. For Zendaya and Laura Roach, it was not enough to just attend, they planned to take the throne. In 2017, Zendaya arrived at the Met Gala in a magnificent Dolce & Gabbana ball gown, covered in a bright tropical print of parrots and flowers. The dress was huge, colorful, and impossible to ignore. But the most important part of the night was who noticed it. Rihanna, the unofficial queen of the Met Gala, was so impressed by Zendaya's look that she publicly praised it. This was like getting a blessing from the reigning monarch. It was a sign that Zendaya had officially arrived in the royal court of fashion. The next year, in 2018, the theme was Heavenly Bodies, Fashion, and Catholic Imagination. Zendaya came as a warrior saint, Joan of Arc. She wore a custom silver Versace gown that looked like a suit of armor with a structured neckplate, shoulder guards, and what looked like a heavy chainmail.
I was like, wow. It was so heavy because of the beading, but it was so beautifully constructed, and it's Versace.
She even wore a short red bob wig to look like historical paintings of the saint. She looked powerful and unbreakable. But the armor was an illusion. It was not real metal or heavy chainmail. The entire gown was crafted from lightweight beaded silk chiffon masterfully made to look like hard steel. The dress symbolized their entire strategy, creating an image of incredible strength through pure artistry. Zendaya said the dress made her feel like a warrior, like nothing could hurt her. She had received a queen's blessing and become a warrior saint. For her final act before a long break from the Met Gala, she and Laura Roach would stage their most daring performance yet.
It was this idea of paying homage to my Disney days.
For the 2019 Met Gala, the theme was camp. Zendaya arrived in a simple grey and black dress, but she was not alone. Laura Roach was with her, dressed as her fairy godmother. He waved a magic wand that shot out smoke. And as he did, Zendaya's dress began to magically light up, transforming before everyone's eyes into Cinderella's glowing blue ball gown. This was theater. The technology inside was incredibly complex, with 20 carbon fiber rods, 5 battery packs, and 40 meters of LED lights hidden inside. She even carried a crystal pumpkin carriage purse. Laura Roach later explained the secret meaning. This was her last hurrah as a Disney princess. It was a magical goodbye to her childhood career as she prepared to become one of Hollywood's most powerful A-list actresses. Conclusion. These 10 outfits are proof that Zendaya's red carpet appearances are never random. Each dress is a chapter in a story of power, loyalty, and art. And their plan is far from over. 2026 is said to be the year of Zendaya's total takeover, with 5 massive projects on the way. She has the drama with Robert Pattinson, the return of Euphoria, Christopher Nolan's epic The Odyssey, the next chapter of Spider-Man, and the highly anticipated Dune Messiah. The story continues, and we will be watching every move.